we go. Welcome back for the third part of tonight's Harvest Valley. We just slid down an ice slide 2 floors from the 4th floor to the 2nd floor.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Where do we find ourselves?
So you find yourself in the attic of the old mansion. The four of you, because there's Ash too, land in a heap in a dark, musty attic. And you don't fall on an empty floor, like you fall into like a strange box in the dark you can't quite see. And like several of these boxes tip over and make this loud clanging or clattering sound, depending on the box.
Okay.
And it's very dark in here.
I sure don't have any way to... Yeah, we slid down to the attic because we were in a huge ice castle that had grown above a mansion. So we went from, like, the ice castle part into the top of the mansion that was there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and Ned has had enough of this ridiculous magic horse shit. So he's going to pull out one of the bottles of wine, take off his shoe, and use the shoe trick to uncork the bottle and start drinking.
Okay, which color do you want?
Let's roll a d6 to find out.
Yeah, I love D6s.
Are you kidding me?
You rolled a 1 finally. Good job.
Doesn't help us now.
So what color did you assign a 1 to?
I don't know. You're the GM, man.
What colors were there? I already forgot.
Blue, green, purple, brown.
Green was the one I described first. So
Then
it's
let's
probably
go
the
with green.
one.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it tastes like you take a sip and it's like first there's like this slight, you know how alcohol kind of like feels almost numbing, like you feel like this slight like just spot of numbing, and it like grows, not like an area on your tongue but like a line, and you feel this like this tingling sensation go like down the nerves of your tongue and into your body, and
I'm sure that's totally fine.
it just tingles all over, and it just makes you feel like it's numbing all the pain away, and then in your mouth you feel like your mouth is filling up with something.
Like something physical?
Yes. It feels like vines are growing from your tongue.
I will try to spit out these strange vines growing out of my tongue.
Okay, so you spit out this white flower like a carnation. And when you do, the tingling stops everywhere.
And what stops what?
The tingling in his body stops as soon as he spits out the flower.
And totally steal that flower.
Okay, you pick up the white carnation.
Yeah, give it to me. That's mine now. Cool. I have a white carnation and a weird glowy tingle flower.
Bottle.
Oh yeah, I take it.
Ashley took it already, didn't she?
Yeah, I took it.
No, the bottle. I offered them the bottle.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the bottle.
Anyone else want to drink with me?
I don't. I'm not. I'm gonna see what happens when Esteban drinks it.
Oh, I'm gonna do it a different way. I'm gonna pour like a little bit into my hand, kind of
Okay.
cup it.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna.
You have the same effect. I don't think it has any different effect if you take it that way. So you
I
have the
discern
same.
things about this wine with wine tasting.
Yes,
Yeah, that's a skill?
it
Mhm.
is.
And I'm trying to get it.
What
to
was
impress
the
my
type
parents.
of flower again? You said. I'm sorry.
A white carnation.
White carnation. And what color was the other flower that I stole?
It was green.
This is totally a game about
I imagine like it's
farming,
a
guys.
green tulip.
Like a green tulip.
Assuming I get the right. Let me Google my flowers real quick here. Tulip. Is that what I think it is?
That's the one that kind of looks
Yes.
like a cup.
Yes.
Yeah.
It looks like a longer cup. It's not the short like cup. It's like the long cup.
Okay.
But it's still a tulip. It's just a kind of tulip.
Yeah. Okay. No, I gotcha.
All right, you're gonna wine taste.
Mm-hmm.
You just want to know general information about this wine.
Yep.
All right, so it's OBS 1. The failure means I think you're just not going to know anything about this kind of wine. You won't know anything about any of these wines. It's
Fair.
it's not normal wine.
You'll know that it's not normal wine. That's how
Right,
much
you know about it. Okay, so you know about these wines. This wine is not harmful. It exists to. It's just a magical kind of wine. It's made from. There is a kind of vine that lives underneath the ice, and it just grows into like a network of this vine. But it's a bright green vine you can get from under the ice.
Mm-hmm. So is this kind of like a white wine with like a greenish sort of hue to it?
Oh, wow. I'm not that good at wines. I imagine it just looks like a green liquid, like a green potion.
Okay, sure.
It does smell alcoholic.
Mhm.
It's more alcoholic than the normal wine. It's more like it's less wine and more like a distilled beverage.
Yeah, gotcha.
But thing about it, like you have seen like green stuff under the snow when you were plowing, but you didn't try and taste any of it.
Mm.
But when you taste it, you also like spit out the carnation eventually. How long do you want to keep it in your mouth?
As long as people would think a fancy person would examine wine.
Well, not very long. Okay. So yeah, you keep it in your mouth just slightly longer than Ned.
I was
Like,
just
not
drinking
spit it out right away.
Just like kind of like chewing it.
Yeah. Oh, you want to eat the flower? You could actually eat the flower, I guess.
Well, I mean, chewing the wine is a thing in wine tasting. That's like a legit thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but usually you don't
But
have
I'm
to
also going to chew the flower to also seem fancy. And then have
Because,
Alright, well,
pieces
you
of
don't-
flower stuck in my teeth.
You don't spit out the flower, but as soon as you are chewed up the flower a certain amount, the effect stops as if you had spit out the flower.
Wow.
Basically, when it gets plucked from your tongue, the effect of the alcohol stops.
Which was really. And then I just like keep chewing for like minutes. And I'm just like, hold on.
It
Yeah.
should have no ill effects on you. It's just a magical kind of wine.
And then I just make up whatever notes I detected at the end.
Yeah, like some hints of like how it is more alcohol-y and
Like
This
sun-baked
wine-
wheat or something.
I would be writing down notes if I had the writing skill.
Nice.
I mean, I have the
Yeah,
writing skill, but nowhere to write that down.
so
Mhm.
Ash says, does anybody have a light?
Um,
Well, I had torches, but I replaced them with wine.
Oh,
that
no.
maybe that wasn't the best idea. I mean,
I disagree.
okay. Um, I don't. I want to know: is there any way that I could use my Nightwolf curse to be able to see in the dark?
Sure. We gotta try and do something.
How would I try to do this? Like,
You just make a normal action, right? And then when I tell you the consequences you don't like, then you invoke the curse.
well, I mean, so would it be like observation?
Yeah, what do you want to do with observation? Something's hidden.
Like,
in here?
I want to be able to see in the dark. That's what I'm saying. So like right
Okay.
now, everything is hidden because it's dark.
All right, so tell me what you want to see.
I want to see a way out of this room and where everybody's
Right.
at.
It's not like a perception test because it's not hidden. It's just dark.
Okay. I mean, if it's just, that's fine.
Then we'll say like that's odds 2, and if you fail, then
Okay.
you'll get trapped under the boxes, or whatever it is there in the room. Then you say you don't like those consequences, and you want to invoke the Nightwolf curse.
Okay.
And I'll say that the wolf will help you see in the dark, but if you fail, it will eat all the darkness in the mansion.
Well, that sounds good.
Sounds
I feel
good.
like maybe not, but let me see if I can just make this perception check because my perception is pretty good. So it's not until I fail that we have to worry about that.
Right. Okay, you fail.
Oh my
So
god!
you get trapped under a bunch of boxes.
No, this is where I would invoke my Nightwolf curse. Let's go. Let's do it. So that lets me re-roll all 4
All 4.
of my. Oh god, they're all ones. Did you see that?
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
pretty
It's
scary.
super bad. Okay. Nightwolf curse, my eyes start glowing red, and suddenly I can see really, really well.
You can see in the dark.
Yeah,
The wolf is upset because it does not get to eat the darkness.
I get 2 extra, like 2 beyond that. Can I get like an added effect of
Your eyes are glowing so bright, everybody else in the room can see by them.
perfect? I love it. It's great.
Ned is just thinking, like, what the hell have I gotten myself into with these people?
All right, I drew a really super duper amazing ice castle so you can see where we're at.
Mhm.
It's 100% ice castle.
Where is it?
It's on a new page. I drag the players over there, but since you're GM, I
Okay.
can't drag you over
Yeah,
there.
I can't.
So
Nice.
as we're being plucky and walking along in the dark, I'm just
Sweet.
like.
Nice castle.
So one day we were having a party at Ashland's house, and there was some weird noises coming in from the basement. This wasn't when Ishmael was still around, by the way. And we were like, "Hey, we like Ashland. We think she's pretty cool. Let's go down there and take care of what's down there for her, since she's hosting this party for us anyway."
Mm-hmm.
So we get down there, and then there's like nothing. There's like blackness, right? And then and they just keep going on and on and on and on.
Yeah, this whole time, Ned is just like, yep. Just drinking the wine and spitting flowers.
I've got like 1,000,000 of these stupid white carnations now. I just keep pocketing them.
Roll a d6 to see if you're out of this alcohol. On a 1, you drink it all. Okay, you still have more.
Okay. So yeah. Let's see if we can make our way back up to the second story or the 4th story.
Okay, you can see that all the boxes in here are clocks.
Oh, really?
They're like big clocks, small clocks,
Wait.
fat clocks, thin
Everything
clocks.
in here's a clock.
But they're empty. There's no clock mechanisms in them.
Or they were. That's really weird.
Should we bring them with us?
I don't think we can carry them all. Especially not now that Ned has all those bottles of wine.
I mean, this is a room full of clocks. Like, you literally...
But we can
Could
find our
not.
way back here, I think. I think it's the... I think we're in the attic of the old mansion. I think we can find this place again.
Do you?
Well, She turns to you with glowing red eyes. I think we can. So can we exit out of here into the rest of the ice castle, or are we gonna have to like go down back through the mansion and then out into the ice castle and then up again?
Yeah, you can come out of the attic. I think there's like a trap door in the floor you find,
Okay.
and you move like the empty clocks out of the way, and you open the trap door, and you fall back down to the main hallway of the first floor, and you can see the way out.
We've come this far. We need to talk to her.
And I'm just like mid-story, and I'm just like, so then we find ourselves down there, and there's like a whole bunch of skeletons down there, and like weird writing and shit.
Wasn't that like not actually down there? That was like when you went through the portal. That was kind
Yeah, probably.
of okay. Anyway, yeah. So Ashlyn's just like looking at you like what? But she's like, well, at least I've got my bearings now. I think we can make it up to the 4th floor again.
Mhm.
At least I'm not sober anymore.
I don't.
Well,
I'm not sure
you
that's
can't use
helpful.
tracking anymore.
Is fake Ashlyn still with us?
Yeah,
She fell with us through the whole.
she did.
Okay.
Do you call her fake Ashlyn to her face?
No. No.
Are you still coming with us, Ash?
Well, I guess I'd better. I don't know what'll happen if I leave without you.
Right, we gotta stick together.
We'd better stick together.
Come on, everyone, let's go.
Maybe we should.
We should what?
Wasn't there a kid?
Yeah,
Demon.
I don't think so.
No, they're not demons.
I'm pretty
just
sure
kids.
it's just the Jameson boys.
Yeah.
Probably grown up since you last saw them, but you know, they're definitely they're not demons.
Oh, they're very sweet.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys go back to the 4th floor.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I roll 1d6.
So then we're in the tailor's shop, and these kids won't behave right because they're kids and they're all hyped up.
You
Did it! Congratulations!
Victory!
Never been so happy to see someone roll a 1.
All right.
That's the appropriate tone. That is
Blaze in the
the
dark.
appropriate tone.
All right. I can believe that. Blaze in the Dark loves when you roll ones.
It does. It's true.
It really does. All right. So you walk onto the balcony, and the Ice Queen is looking out over the town, and the rest of winter wilderness she's created. She doesn't turn around to face you.
Ice Queen. My name's Ashlyn, and we spoke before, and, well, our whole valley is dying, and you're turning people into ice. We as As the prophet of the harvest goddess, I have to ask you to stop. Please. Let our farms grow.
So the winter goddess turns around and she says, "Relax, child. The valley is not dying. It is simply sleeping. It is resting. It is recovering. It is a part of the cycle for it to recover."
It needs to.
I am not harming the valley. I am simply protecting it and letting it rest.
How long does it need to rest for? It's been months and months.
It should rest forever.
That's really too long. I'm pretty sure. I mean, maybe, and she, like, looks back at Ned and, Esteban,
Mhm.
and,
Also, what's Ash doing?
She's letting Ashlyn talk.
okay.
She doesn't seem to be. I mean, if you can read like someone's emotions, you can tell like their body language and stuff. And she seems to be more comfortable with you guys. Like she's staying away from the winter goddess.
Mm-hmm.
Like looks a little bit, just spooked.
I mean, I don't blame her. It's pretty weird.
I'm
Also,
pretty
like,
spooked.
if you could like see magically, you would see that she is not also the prophet of the harvest goddess. And there's some like supernatural difference on that level.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's something that I can see, though.
I should have taken the Manhunter trait, and then I would be able to see that. I was thinking about it. Ah!
Nice.
I mean, is that really something that you wanted to do?
I mean, it just
Oh.
lets you know if, like, be able to read people's traits.
Oh,
That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
that's pretty cool. That's a lot of work for me. I hate
Yeah,
that.
I know. That's kind of why I didn't pick it. It's like,
I'd
I'm
be
like,
like-
yeah.
Curse you. Curse you. All right. That's okay. I'm glad you didn't do that. You can if you want to. But then they have to listen to a lot of bullshit about me giving you not real answers. But hey, GM, you have every character stat up completely, right? Sure.
Nope.
Sure, totally.
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't I?
Every minor NPC has a full character sheet. It's totally fine. Game rules that seem to assume this. Yeah. But yeah.
I mean, I think you're just supposed to make up traits, but anyway.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I want to see.
Forever is hardly long enough. I have waited forever for this valley to be mine. And now that the harvest goddess has left, it is mine.
It's not supposed to be yours. What about all of us that live there already?
You can still live there.
I don't think we can. We're running out of food.
Oh, there's food in the snow enough for everyone to survive.
What about everyone turning to ice? All the whalers? Poor Mei Ling.
They're just asleep. They're dreaming.
I don't think you know what sleeping is.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna take
Yeah, it's hard to
over
talk
for
with a
Ned.
flower in your mouth.
You just got this flower in your mouth. Is there some way I could possibly persuade her with
Yeah.
persuasion? Okay,
Tell me what you
hold
want to
on.
persuade her of.
Before I do that,
I'll tell you the stakes.
can I pray to the harvest goddess to give me the to make me more convincing? Basically, I want
Okay.
to pray for aid, which is ob 4. If I succeed, I get +1 die on any skill, which would of course be persuasion, and any additional successes will give me an additional die up to a maximum of +3 dice. So
Sure.
it's
pray
highly
for aid.
unlikely because my faith is 4 and this is ob 4. But I mean, I have faith for a reason. If I'm not using it, what am I doing, right?
Mhm.
Also, you're a prophet or a chosen one?
Something like that.
Do you have gray shade faith then? Do you have the
No.
trait?
I just have
Oh.
regular faith.
Bummer.
We didn't vote that on for her,
Nope.
unfortunately. We didn't give her every trait, just a couple.
It did unlock my faith though. So
I mean,
faithful.
getting faith in play is already pretty badass. So
Yes. So no modifiers. I'm gonna spend 2 persona and cross my fingers.
All right.
Oh boy, that's bad.
That's really
that's you're supposed to roll over
Oof.
4.
yeah.
Ugh.
Okay, well, I don't think there's any consequence to this failure because there doesn't have to be, but the consequence for this failure gets added onto your
Mhm.
persuasion check, I
Yeah.
guess. So yeah, tell me what your intent is for your persuasion.
My intent for the persuasion is to get her to find an uninhabited valley or leave this plane. Just let us thaw back out and have our regular old
Okay.
stock jester life.
All right.
Do you have persuasion?
I do.
Okay.
I also have persuasion.
Would you like to help? Would you
I
like
would
to
love
say
to
a few things?
hmm I think I'm going to speak for Ned.
Okay.
And I'm going to, like, as he's drinking, I'm just going to be like, okay, he's not going to say what he's actually saying, so I'm going to have to pick up where he left off. And I tell the winter goddess what sleep looks like. Sleep is when people, animals, lay down on the ground, or for humans,
Okay.
we sleep in a bed.
I have a bed too, the winter goddess says.
I think that Ashlyn is just like looking looking at Esteban and being like, I'm not gonna interrupt you. Yeah, just keep rambling. This is great.
Wait, I have to tell a weird story to the winter goddess because she's a stranger. Like, for instance, I actually didn't have a bed for a while. I actually slept under a willow tree, and turns out I don't have many of those anymore. This one morning I woke up in a pond, basically. I was just sleeping where I normally did, and suddenly it was a pond because, you know, it had rained so much the night before, and I was hearing it rain, but boy, I must have slept deeply because I didn't wake up from that, and all of a sudden I wake up and I'm just like drenched. Maybe a foot deep in water? I don't know, maybe not quite that much.
The hell
sheep
is
were
wrong
just
with
like-
you?
Just rambling on forever.
But really, I think we helped open the door to here, and we can help find you somewhere else that's not going to affect our lives here. There's got to be an uninhabited valley that you can rule over.
She says, I ruled over the deserts of the night for countless eons. I'm tired of ruling over an uninhabited valley. I want to rule over somewhere nice and comfortable. It reminds me of home. It reminds me of the time I spent with my sister together.
The harvest goddess?
Yes. And Ash says, "Oh, listen, I know that they're not really real and all that, but uh, Ashlyn and her friends really would like it to be spring again because they're just worried and they don't understand. And honestly, I don't really get it either. It's kind of weird." Um,
It's great.
so I think
Um,
listen with my roll.
can I?
If you succeed, you will be able to find her somewhere nearby
Awesome.
that she will happily bring winter to.
Um,
Maybe part of Hardland will be forever winter, but not normal. The side of the
mhm, mhm.
of the Mirror Lake.
I would like to fork farming wise because
Okay.
we can't farm in the winter. And adventure wise because I mean that I think covers talking to goddesses.
Sure.
Wait, I might be able to help with the wise here. I have tree wise.
Yeah.
And the way I'm helping with tree wise is I'm saying, well, you know, I know from trees. And
That's it. That's all you say. No, I'm just kidding.
that's the whole thing. And here's the thing, even if there is enough food, I don't really think there is. I kind of call bullshit on that whole thing. But anyway, if there is enough food, they're all going to freeze to death. There's
Okay.
not enough wood in the woods.
Okay. So that's what, 3 dice, 4 dice, 5 dice? Because you got 3 helping dice and you did 2
3
forks.
helping dice, and 2 forks. Yeah.
If you fail, she's not going to leave, and
We have to kill her with the gray shade javelin.
I mean, we have one of those. It could work. I'm pretty sure you need a white shaded weapon to kill gods, though.
I mean, it depends on what their mortal wound is. We could do a lot of low gray shade wounds, which would still probably hurt her, if not kill her. Stack them up.
I mean, I'd prefer not to fight. I'm double checking to make sure there's nothing else I could. Can I include grain wise? I'm already taking farming wise. Probably not.
grain wise,
Yeah.
not really.
Okay. Just I gotta try. I gotta just wring them all out of there.
If you fail, she is the only way she will willingly end the winter is if you convince the town to worship her instead of her sister.
Oh boy. All right. And what's my ob?
We're gonna roll her persuasion because this is a versus persuasion, I think, because she wants you to do something, and she's gonna have persuasion of 6. But it's not gray shaded. Why am I not seeing any of the character sheets?
I don't know.
This is weird.
I didn't do it.
You might have accidentally typed something into the search bar on the
Let's
character sheet
reload.
page. Sometimes
Alright.
I do that.
Reloading made it pop back up. Right,
Okay.
personal persuade for her.
Ice goddess.
Burp, 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 burp. What'd she roll?
So 3.
Let me see if
Oh no, she's got 2 6s. You're gonna roll those, aren't you?
You're gonna roll those.
Double ones.
They
Not
wait,
double
ops,
ones.
ops 4.
All right. I might be able to do this. I've got 7 dice total, so.
That's
I did it!
that's-
All right, let
Dun,
me
dun,
let
dun,
me
dun.
roll those
Oh,
2
shit.
6s as well. No more, but that's enough.
All right, it's
That's
enough.
Enough.
So where do you want her to go? It has to be somewhere we can draw on the map.
Let me switch us back over.
Where is Ishmael?
Ishmael is in another
He's
continent.
yeah,
Oh.
he's not on the map anymore. I mean, way
can
over
put
here on
her-
Sleet Rock. That sounds good. This little
You want to put her on
island
sheetrock?
on the
Okay.
other side of the Hardlands.
Yeah. Okay. So that'll be her land.
Her new island.
Let's rename it to Sleet Rock because it's always going to be raining there.
Mm.
Iced over rock.
Oh.
Yeah, I get it. Like from Sheet Rock to Sleet Rock. It's good.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
good.
Why can't I edit it?
Oh, because
I'm
it's on the
the
map
GM.
layer. It's on the map layer.
But I have it selected.
You have it selected on the map layer?
Yeah.
I don't know then.
Okay. Let's change layers. All right, that works.
Oh yeah, the words probably aren't on the map layer.
Yeah, they
Weird. I
are.
can select the words.
I moved
on
them.
the
I moved
layer.
everything over to the map layer.
It's super
Well, fine
Okay.
then.
All right. Weird. You can
Sweet.
actually select things on another layer. What am I selecting then?
Mm.
Let's just press delete. Okay. I guess I wouldn't select anything.
It's the correct thing now.
All right. So, winter goddesses. You don't understand. I'll allow the winter to end this time. Maybe next year. We'll have the winter that lasts forever. So how I want this to work. I think that ice starts cooling up into the sky like a reverse snowstorm,
Uh-huh.
and you see like a giant ice crystal floating in the sky like a spaceship as the ice castle slowly falls upwards onto the ice crystal and making it bigger and bigger. The snow on the ground stays, but pretty soon you guys are left standing alone on top of the mansion. There's no snow on it anymore. And then the giant ice crystal floats to the south. And you
Oh
see
my!
it descend over the horizon.
Oh my God!
I'm so glad that we were able to help. The whole
This
town.
mansion is in horrible disrepair.
It really is.
It really is.
It really is.
It really is.
Um.
Ash is still here.
Oh,
Wait, Ash is still here?
awesome. Well,
Maybe I should fix it up. I need somewhere to live now.
Well, I could help you.
I'd like that.
are you gonna?
I hand her the bottle.
So she takes the bottle and so drink it. And pretty soon she spits out a flower.
Well,
Take the bottle back.
let's see if we can find the boys.
Okay, let's do that.
Oh, they really weren't demons.
No,
No,
not at all.
they're good boys.
I
Well,
remember the
reminds
Jameson
me-
boys.
You gonna
So
tell
see,
which,
this connects to you because that you remember that red blanket that almost caught fire.
right?
Wait, no. I'm remembering that wrong. It was the clock that got caught on fire. That was a tiresome day. Boy, I lost 2 sheep to that tailor. She really wrung me out for everything that I had. But that is a beautiful, beautiful blanket. Ashlyn,
Yes. I don't.
I heard you were saying something.
Oh, I was just listening to your story. Now I don't remember what I was gonna say. I'm sorry. With the boys. That's right. Let's go find them.
hmm
So
All right.
let's see if we can find them boys.
All right. So they're
Mhm.
hiding. You have to use observation to find them,
I have that.
or some kind of tracking, I guess.
I have observation.
I'm gonna roll stealth for them because I feel like the situation has changed.
I wanted to start learning child rearing, but I read the description of a child rearing and it doesn't quite do what I want it to do.
They're
They're really bad at hiding.
They're good for hiding. The dice hate them.
So I mean, I'll start searching for them. I mean, does somebody else have observation that wants to roll that, or
See,
do you
I
want
actually
to try
don't.
tracking in your drunken state, Ned?
Mm.
You're muted.
Sorry, I could probably help you, or vice versa. I mean, technically, observation is the direct counter for stealth,
All right,
but I would
well,
think
I
that
will roll
tracking
it.
would help.
Okay.
GM.
Yeah,
could
tracking
help.
will help.
Okay.
I could help with sing, being like ollie ollie oxen free, and just like
I
crap
like
that.
it. That's
Mhm.
good.
Sure, you can try that.
That make I approve. I'm not the GM,
Mhm.
but I approve. Okay, so I've got no Artha, 2 helping dice, base ob 1, and I didn't fuck up. It's
All
good.
right, you
It's
find
good.
them. So they're both hiding in the kitchen.
Uh-huh.
So you go in there. It's this big.
Ooh, and now
There's
I'm
this
better at
big
observation.
barrel of whale oil, and a
Mhm.
massive furnace, and lots of hooks where pots and pans would be if you had lubed them earlier.
Mhm.
But yeah, you find them hiding underneath one of the cabinets. I think like they're inside the cabinet under the counter,
Mhm.
and the boys pop out like, "Oh no, you found us!"
Come on. We gotta get you home. I'm sure your parents are worried sick.
Oh, Dad's okay, but Mom's frozen.
Maybe not for much longer. Have we passed by any of the frozen pirates?
Yeah, they're still frozen.
They're still frozen. Okay. With the winter goddess leaving, they should wake up soon. I think.
Maybe that'd be great. So yeah, the kids will go with you.
Yay.
But they're going with you. They're not going off on their own. They're kind of worried about where'd all the ice go? And you see like there's no more ice in the mansion
Mm-hmm.
except for the ice cubed people.
The winter goddess left, and she took our ice with her.
Really? She didn't seem to. And everyone tells him to shh. She was very scary. He changes what he was going to say.
She didn't seem to what? Did you talk with her?
They like exchange glances, and then like twin talk happens. So they just stare at each other, and then just look back at you like.
I'm going to look very big and intimidating at them, and
You want to
just
scare some kids, really?
I'm just gonna give them like that parental look, like you better tell the nice lady what she asked. I'm not. I'm trying to be stern, not mean.
Okay.
Mhm.
Which
okay.
is parent talk for I'm being mean, but I don't want to say that.
True
Being mean, but it's for
facts.
your own good.
Exactly.
True facts. Okay, what do you want to roll for this?
I mean, probably intimidation. I don't have any skills for it. I'm
Alright.
just doing the thing.
Intimidation is versus their will, and their will is 4.
Well, that's bad because my will is 3, and I don't have the skill. So.
Okay.
Well,
What does failure look like?
They're not afraid of you. They're tough kids.
Cool.
You won't be able to intimidate them as well in the future. They know that you don't have any threat to back it up.
Okay. So, I'm not actually gonna start learning intimidation because I'm gonna get a will check, but I'll put it in just so that it doubles.
Sure. So you fail, and they
I mean, I'll just roll will to save time because I'm gonna fail
Yeah.
anyway.
they don't say anything. They just keep their stoic silence. And it was against their will, so it would have been odds 8.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. 4 double take.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
doesn't. No 6s. Yeah, so the kids won't tell you anything about what happened. At least not if you intimidate them.
All
You
right.
can try
Well,
some other way of getting them to talk.
maybe.
Just kidding.
Are my
I'm not gonna
eyes
get
still
the kids
glowing?
drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a little weird.
You weirdo.
I wonder when they'll stop.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. I mean, maybe I can try to make them stop, but I don't think Ashlyn realizes that they're still glowing.
No.
So yeah, let's go take the kids home. I'm sure that this will go over great.
All right. So you guys take them home. So it looks like this
Mhm.
like a Chinese house with kind of like light pastel colors, except there's a chimney made of brick that comes off one side. So you go over there, and Mr. Jameson opens the door. It's like, "Oh, hey, Ashlyn, how's it going? How's the winter been treating you so far?"
Well,
It's been
it's definitely been a winter, but I think spring is just around the corner, and we
I
found
sure hope so.
we found your sons and brought them back.
Oh, boys. And he scoops up his boys and gives them a hug, like one each arm, and they hug him back. He says, "Boys, you always running around getting into trouble. You know, I told you. You shouldn't cause so much trouble for other people. You should try and help them." I said, "Yes, Dad, we know." And around that time, you see behind you, Mei Ling is like walking towards the house in her parka and with her big shovel. And Mr. Jameson sees her. She's like, "Mei Ling, you're back!" And the boys look up and they start shouting in glee that their mom is back. And all the family gets together in this big hug in the front lawn, in the snow still.
Does
Mhm.
anyone react to the fact that there are 2 Ashlyns?
And that one of them has glowing red eyes.
I think they're mostly just confused by that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's been a long winter.
The twins are probably just like, yeah, that's normal. I mean, people have other people that look just like them that hang out with them.
Right? Yeah, that's where
Fine.
twins come from, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I think like the parents are like, maybe like you guys are organized so you can only see one of you at a time,
Of
and they're like,
course.
"Oh, maybe
Thing
Ashlyn
is,
just
like-
moved around."
Mhm.
The Jameson boys are like, well, clearly one of the twins has glowing red eyes and the other twin doesn't have it, so I must have the glowing red eyes. But
Clearly, that's how it works. Clearly.
it's like the 3 hats puzzle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think Mr. Jameson will eventually like, "Ashlyn, what happened to your eyes? They looked red before. I thought maybe you just got some snowburn, but they're actually glowing."
Can I try? I want to try to see if I can shut this like off now that he pointed out that they're glowing.
Okay, I guess you could make a will check for that.
Okay, like as she like blinks a couple of times and Oh god, why is this will button so hard to find?
I
Okay.
guess it's obs too.
Okay.
And if you fail, they'll just turn on at night sometimes. You can't help it.
I did it.
Okay, so they're gone.
Yeah, she blinks a couple of times and just like kind of shakes her head like I don't need to answer that. You know, it's fine. Maybe you were imagining it. It's cool.
I see you've picked up some bad habits from my boys, but that's all right. Wait a minute. There's two of you.
This is Ash.
The Ash waves to Mr. Jameson. Mr. Jameson says, I didn't know you had a sister.
Without actually addressing that, she's gonna say, the ice castle is gone from Faust Mansion, and she's gonna see if she can clean the place up.
Oh well. Welcome to the town, Ash. I'm sure you'll be as great an addition as Ashley has been. And Ash is like, well, I kind of, well, yeah, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, and I think like that at that awkward moment is like we're gonna just leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everyone just leaves.
Which is a good time to take another break. Actually, we're
Okay.
it's that time. That's how breaks go. If
I
we're
have
doing
no idea what to do for the last hour, but
well,
we'll
that's
figure
we,
something
good.
out.
We're gonna take a break and figure it out.
Yeah.
We've still got beliefs to hit.
Yeah, there's still a couple of other scenes that I think some people would like to do.
We can add some beliefs.
All right, let's switch us on over. And